Hi, my friends. Does God exist for you? And if so, what does that look like? So, the question I have for you is, have you asked the divine yourself? A lot of times people feel that they follow their church's religion or their upbringing's religion or concept of God. And really, a lot of religions don't have you asking. And so I am putting this out to you for you to ask. And this experience, when I was 22, 3 years old, I asked a lot. So it's not just one time and then boom, the burning bush or whatever. I asked. I really wanted to know. I was in a recovery program that mentioned God every other word, and I really wanted to understand that if I were going to have a relationship with this higher power, I wanted to know not only did it exist, but what was it? What did that look like? And so I asked a lot. And one morning, I had this profound experience that I'm not going to share with you today because I feel like I don't want to affect your questioning and what you receive. But what I do want to tell you is that this experience that I had was so profound that it impacted pretty much every part of my life and humbled me in a big way that I wanted to really come to a place of service to this experience, to God. And so that from that moment on, I changed pretty much everything that I felt intuitively guided to change or to do. In my 20s, became a foster parent to a lot of kids. Late 20s, adopted a lot of kids, five of them, my family, my children, and just have continued to follow that guidance. And it really, my experience is that I've been taken to places that I would have never imagined being, some easier than others, some hard, but in the end, really ultimately fulfilling. So what I did was just regularly say, God, do you exist? And I know a lot of the churches or a lot of the religions really frown on that because there's a whole set of ideas. But what I have found is that a lot of people who may say they don't believe in God are really saying they don't believe in the God of their church or their family's belief of God, and haven't really cultivated their own relationship with what I would call divine consciousness. And um, and and so when you ask, and you've asked from a deep place of really sincerity, I think that you might really, and openness. It's like, okay, ask and you shall receive, and know and it is given. I think the knowing part is the most important thing because a lot of people ask and ask and ask and ask. And, and I work with intuition, so they're asking about this intuition and that intuition. But really, what I find is the knowing part that makes the difference between receiving it clearly or not. And so that's why I had to ask a lot of times because I just didn't even know what I was asking or who or what I was asking to. Just wanted to know. And so it's the sincerity and it's the expectation that if there is a God, that God will answer you because you deserve to know and have a relationship with the divine in a truly beautiful way. And so I am curious as to your experiences. And if you do ask, and you ask 10 times or 100 times, and you still don't get an answer that really is experiential. So mine was not a thought. It wasn't like, I'm God and this is what it is. It was a physical, transformative experience, similar, well, I don't want to go into that. There's no way I could not be different from it. And so I'm grateful. I'm grateful. It's been a privilege for that everybody deserves to experience the experience of your relationship with the divine. So keep asking, keep knowing that this is going to happen, and don't give up. And find that, and look at the most important thing is to look at your own subconscious belief systems that might be interfering. I was more of a clean slate, so I didn't have a lot of cobwebs when I asked. I was raised metaphysical and agnostic, so I really didn't have a clear idea. Although I did have to unravel some of the metaphysical thinking that I was raised with, and get out of my own head with what I thought it was all about. But I was really coming from an innocent, like, I don't have a clue, and I want to understand, and I want to know, God, if you exist, show me. Let me feel you. Let me know you. And so it was really profound, as I've said already, and I just am bringing this to your attention because I know that by asking, you're taking your relationship with a higher power to a deeper way. So I wish you just an incredible experience. I also want to say that this is from my own experience. Someone else might have a different interpretation, but this is an experience that has driven me for 40 years. So, and that's how profound it was that I couldn't rethink any of that. So I'm grateful for you, and thank you for coming to the channel, and I hope this helps, and may your day be very filled with nourishment and love.